Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo!
He even got married and had a son, Tucker. Now, he's a woman.
What is a woman?
Jeez, Rick, oh my god!
What the f happened?
Hey, wait a minute, Rick. I thought this was a commercial. What's going on? I mean,
Don't
worry about it. Let's just see where this goes.
Chris himself bought this art. He does bring with him lots of controversy. At the very least, this nightmare would be bugging us, the audience, the most.
Peace to you all. MrBeast is one of the biggest YouTube channels that exists. His videos are very entertaining and creative, and has even remade Squid Game. The origin story of MrBeast is just as amazing. A simple North Carolina kid doing all sorts of crazy challenges in order to garner attention on YouTube. And in just a few years, became one of the most successful and recognizable YouTubers ever. Of course, it wasn't a solo effort. Along his journey, he had a group of friends that helped him execute his fun to crazy ideas, which definitely skyrocketed MrBeast's popularity. Ah, the power of friendship.
We'll use the power of friendship. Oh, yo!
After Chris Tyson's transition, fans have been divided. On one side, many people are embracing Chris for being himself, while on the other, they are upset at his bad decision due to a variety of reasons, from leaving his wife to changing the dynamic of the MrBeast team. Before all this happened, the MrBeast team appeared to be all about Jimmy and his bros doing things together. Now, as I mentioned, the dynamic has changed. You could say his old self was not himself, so his transition is his real self, or you could even say that his old self was his true self, and the gender-affirming care's chemicals and hormone replacement procedures have changed him. Basically, instead of all the bros doing things in MrBeast, we got most of the bros and a gender non-conforming individual. It feels like Umbrella Academy all over again. But it's way worse, because Jimmy himself stated that he would always be apolitical. By the way, if you're enjoying the video so far, join our great community by subscribing to the channel. Making these videos takes a lot of time that I don't have much of, and YouTube might demonetize me. So supporting me through PayPal or Patreon down below would be greatly appreciated. Let's develop a powerful friendship. Now, Chris is allowed to do whatever he wants, but remember, your actions have consequences! Every choice one makes has consequences and limitations. This reminds me of a quote. A man is born free, and everywhere he's in chains. This was a quote by Jean-Jacques, essentially indicating how we are never going to be free from when we are born till our death.
Geeks, bro.
However, we have the free will to choose our chains. Religious people, for example, choose God as their restrictor. Some deny God and choose this temporary life, from celebrities and people to work and video games even. We all have the freedom to choose who or what we want to follow, but we must realize that every choice we have restricts our freedom, some more than others. Chris Tyson chose his desires, his feelings. MrBeast abandoned Christianity.
Yeah.
So are you saving yourself from marriage?
I'm not religious.
At all?
No, I'm not.
What about that Jesus?
No.
You say no.
Yeah, like,
Are you atheist?
You just asked the same question different ways. The answer's the same.
Atheist or agnostic?
Agnostic. Like, I mean, the universe is complex, and like, it's hard to believe someone didn't do it, but like, I don't know, there's a lot.
And despite being agnostic, he chose his business, as he himself mentioned how much obsessed he is about world domination. I mean, getting the most subscribers possible in his many YouTube channels. This obsession includes millions of children worldwide, as his content is very family-friendly and entertaining. Children are innocent beings that look up to those who raise them. They look up to those they watch, listen to, and enjoy being with. Children don't understand father and mother roles exactly, but these things matter for the child's growth, character, and well-being. Other factors such as what social media content do they consume or what YouTube videos they watch also matter. Usually parents will teach their values and beliefs to their children, nothing wrong with that. And when the child grows up, they are free to keep following what their parents instilled in them or question those values and beliefs and go for another restricting chain. However, most parents nowadays don't have enough time thanks to this capitalistic system. Both parents need to go out and earn bread. They get too tired to raise their children and want to rest. So instead of playing with them, reading them ethical stories, going to church, masjid, temple, some place of value with them, They turn on the TV, iPad, or whatever, and get them to watch what they think is child-friendly. Many children watch MrBeast. He is a household name for the younger generation. Even my own students across the grades know him. They love watching MrBeast. They all want to be like MrBeast. They all want to have so much money and do fun things every time. MrBeast has over 146 million subscribers only on his primary channel. More than every internet personality and entertainment firm, aside from T-Series, of course. Listen guys, you can't compete with India, guys, okay? Do not underestimate India. What I'm trying to say is that MrBeast is very, very prominent among the younger generations and has a huge influence over them, which I'm sure is definitely obscure to the parents. They might think MrBeast is just another safe YouTube channel for kids, but the channel possesses a huge cultural influence and power. Now that MrBeast is fully supporting Chris, supportive in a way that he keeps featuring Chris on his channel, that's what would not sit well with parents. Chris himself is a very vocal activist for the LGBTQ community, so I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy himself would subtly and slowly introduce certain LGBTQ elements into his videos, as his best friend has a power here too. I really believe that this is a huge agenda, and I like to call such schemes the trans trap, because it is a trap for everyone, even for those transitioning. It's a trap for them, because instead of helping their mental health to love who they are, they were promised that they would achieve their true self by injecting chemicals into their bodies, going against their own nature, and sometimes even mutilating their own body parts. It's a trap for their loved ones because they are forced into a dilemma. If they share how they exactly feel, they'll be cancelled, they'll be branded as phobic, and would have their relationship be destroyed immediately. And if they accept the person transitioning, knowing it would harm that person, it would eventually make them feel guilty of being a fake friend or so on, eventually destroying their relationship anyways, albeit in the long run instead. It's a trap for society to confuse and distract them from the real world issues, making them focus on being insecure and always questioning themselves rather than loving their natural selves and committing to becoming productive members of society. It's a trap because if you don't agree with it, whether it's your opinion or science itself, you are labeled as transphobic.
That's why I need to be here.
The all-loving community is just a facade.
Stop. Is that the QZ? Who the fuck is Fedra?
Hey! Please help!
Put your seatbelt on.
Are we gonna help him?
No.
As they only crave society's approval of their own existence and can't seem to control their emotions when someone doesn't.
I gave you guys a warning not to block me, but if I'm gonna have to use the megaphone, that's what's gonna have to happen. Oh my goodness, look at that, what you imagine? This is... she's getting violent. There's nothing you guys can do, I'm doing nothing illegal. You guys say you're the party of love and acceptance? You call this love and acceptance? This isn't love and acceptance. You only love and accept the views that agree with yours. You guys say trust the science, but there really is no science behind what you guys say.
I do believe that this is a mental illness, just like body integrity dysphoria, which is actually interconnected with gender dysphoria. Body integrity dysphoria makes the person feel that their own arms or legs are not their own, and that they know who they really are. They believe they are supposed to be handicapped. Gender dysphoria, on the other hand, is when someone feels that they are in the wrong body, that they know who they really are inside. They believe they are supposed to be something else, whether it's female, non-binary, and whatnot. The LGBTQ community has received a very strong ally, as MrBeast's content targets children, which was the entire aim of these kind of people. Like with the drag queen shows.
You are such an awesome mom for bringing your kid out to a family-friendly drag show, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Are you confused yet?
Yes.
and what's recently happening in certain schools in certain places where children are being introduced to sexual books for the sake of inclusivity.
To the LGBT community, the majority of parents are not here to attack your right to exist in a free society. Criticism of age-inappropriate content is not criticism of the LGBT community.
This is like their own type of reproduction, since many of them are or become unable to have children for a variety of reasons. I know some LGBTQ members are against this agenda, and they don't wish to groom or confuse children like that, and they have my respect.
If someone asked me in passing, Amir, do you support the gay community? I would say no. In 2023, no. To the extent that I want to be seen as an equal to straight people in this nation and have the same rights, yes, I support those efforts. When it comes to this entire other agenda, this entire other sphere, an extension of the LGBTQ plus community, I disagree with it. We went from fighting for the right for marriage to now allowing kids to transition.
Kids should not be exposed to many different sexualities. They are kids. They won't be able to process such complex things. I mean, not even one LGBTQ member would be able to define and explain every single gender in the spectrum.
One of them is two-spirit person, polygender, pangender, neutroids, intergender.
I have to say,
do you know what they mean?
I have no idea what they mean, and I'm part.
Right. Well, luckily we have the world expert here. What is any of this?
This agenda will just cause more confusion and issues in our society. I don't think exposing our children to a man who's going through his own issues, figuring out his sex or gender or what he is safe. And I'm sure many parents would agree with what I just said.
I'm not just anyone. We have already voted. Whatever it is you're up to, we are not interested. I'll give you some advice. Go home. We'll never accept you.
I'm expecting more pro-LGBTQ content from MrBeast in the future, and so I decided to unsubscribe to every MrBeast channel. I don't want to be associated with this agenda. I don't know about you guys, but if God exists and I die, I want to confidently tell him that I did not contribute to spreading the corruption of LGBTQ in any shape or form. Now, if you wish to unsubscribe to MrBeast, it's your own choice. I made mine. You're free to make yours. Just like how Jimmy made his choice to keep Chris, it's your choice to keep watching MrBeast videos, right? Or rather, it's your choice to let your kids watch MrBeast. Let's spread this video to everyone, especially parents. I'm a small channel and probably wouldn't be able to reach out to those parents, so it would be nice of you guys if you could help out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. If you have any thoughts, feel free to comment down below. Everyone is welcome. Just be careful with your words, as we don't want to incite hatred. We want to understand one another. Anyways, this was Grey Human, and yeah, let's hope I don't get cancelled for my opinions. See you in the next one.